Yes. He had a brilliant launch at the Kama Group of Companies Hall somewhere around Laboni. He's here to dissect, trisect, and bisect the issues. Let us understand. Chief, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Big Johnny.
Good to see you.
Good to see
in
you.
high spirits, in flesh and blood.
Big Johnny.
Last killer.
You're doing a great job for this country.
We thank God for that.
Sure.
So, why do you want to be a national organizer of the NDC in these difficult times?
Sure. Big Johnny, thank you. Good morning to yourself once again and then your cherished viewers. Currently, like you said, I'm the Deputy National Organizer for the NDC.
Right.
And then we've been doing some reorganization in the party. Currently, next weekend, we're having constituency executives elected. And then we'll do regional executives and then come to national offices. As a deputy organizer, I have decided that this time around, I will contest for the main organizer position. Because I believe that as a party, we've done a lot, but there are some gap that I think I can fill. And so I'll have to put myself out there for the delegates, to make a good decision and elect me to lead them. I have introduced some programs and policies that I would like to introduce if I should become the organizer. And it has to do with the triple S. Because as an organizer, I've got some wings that work under the department, i.e. the youth, the women organizers, and the Zongo caucus. And so I'm saying that if I'm elected the national organizer, I will make sure that I strengthen the structure of the party, making sure that we build capacity. Capacity in the sense that people are elected into office as youth organizers, women organizers, they know what they are going to do. But as a political party, we'll have a plan, a general plan going into elections. And so we need to listen to what they have, considering the dynamics of every constituency. That means all the youth organizers within every constituency will need to, put themselves and plans together for the youth organizer to sit down with the organizational department and let us know what we have moving forward in 2024. The women will do same and the Zongo caucus will do same. It's important we do that because as a political party, we will have to, have a comprehensive plan going into that elections. And we must put timelines on them and make sure that we do this periodically for it to reflect across the country. If somebody is in Garu and is doing something for the NDC in terms of organization, it should be same as in Cape Coast, considering the dynamics of these various constituencies. And if we're able to do this, the party will be more attractive. Remember that we have our base. And then what we are doing is to add onto that base to make sure we have a 50+1 in terms of presidency to get a president to help govern this country. Now, when all this is said and done, you will also have to take note that this mobilization done by these wings will turn into numbers and it will be in a ballot, that is votes. And so we have to make sure that we work hand in hand with the departments such as the International Relations Department. They have to know our plan and we have to know what they are doing outside. Remember that the mobilization is home and abroad.
That's right.
And then as a political party, these days you'll be hearing ROPA, you'll be hearing something is coming up. The party must be attractive out there too. So if we have decisions in Ghana that has an impact on those of us living or those of our people living abroad, they should also be in the position to relate with the political party NDC. And so that party must be attractive there. So we consider that. Remember that the Elections Directorate, they play a key role. Now I'm talking about mobilization, which is clear in our constitution. That is what the organizer does. You must make sure that you mobilize enough for the party.
Do you have the skill to do that?
Oh, yes, of course. I'm the deputy national organizer. We've been working I have been a constituency vice chairman before. I have been a regional party security coordinator for the NDC. I have been speaking for this party for some time now. I have been on several committees. In fact, the kind reorganization that we are doing, I also had to play a key role as a deputy organizer. And so when we talk about the skill, the party people know that indeed I have showed that up, and then if given that mandate, I could do what I'm saying. It's about leadership and coordination. And so as an organizer, you must make sure that your plans and programs are intact. So when you have that leadership skill and that quality to be able to coordinate for people to believe in your direction, then you put the plans.
How are people buying into your ideas? You've been crisscrossing the country.
Johnny,
are they buying into it?
Johnny, so far so good, because when I talk to the people, they listen and they also look at where I'm coming from and what I am doing for the party. Like I told you, I mean, the systems are in place. The organizer coming into office must be able, must show for the people to know that indeed, if you are the organizer, you will be able to do that coordination. You'll be able to, put these plans and programs from various departments together, and then you lead the agenda. You'll be able to take decisions as and when they come. And then also you have that kind of wider spectrum of consulting and taking other, informations together to make sure that you achieve what you have to achieve. This triple S, I'm telling you, has to do with the strengthening of the structure. It has to do with security.
Okay.
It has to do with support.
Why these three? Strengthening structure, security,
First
support.
of all, when you strengthen the structure, it turns into votes. Now, when people are ready to vote for you as a political party, they must also be convinced that you will protect their ballot.
Right.
And so if people vote for you and you don't protect the ballot and the will of the people is changed,
it's a lost election.
it doesn't help. And so we are looking at coming into office and making sure that we have well-structured and strengthened security system in the party. You can't run a political party without security. In fact, coming into TV3, the first point of call was a security. And they directed me where to go and all that. Johnny, I'm sure that if you don't have a watchman, you have a security man, or if you don't have any, you have a dog, at least. It's for a reason, a good reason for that matter. And so I believe that we must strengthen the security system in the party. We must make sure that people are well trained to work hand in hand with the police and then work under the laws of this country. I'm saying this because if you recall the last elections, something happened in Techiman. Something happened in Ablekuma.
Right.
Something happened in Ayawaso. I mean, it's as a result. We were told that Techiman was as a result of crowd control. Johnny, if we have proper security men who are working hand in hand with the police, and we have a program, or they come to a coalition center like what happened in Techiman South, and you have party people who agitating, party people want to know what is happening in the coalition room. This party security are better off, controlling that crowd more than the police. Why am I saying so? Because they work hand in hand with them. They know them. They know that they are party security, and so when they give them directives, they know that it is in the interest of the party. When it get out of hand, when the state security must come in, because they are working hand in hand, they will be able to help them, direct them, work in such a way that we won't have police shooting people just because they want to control crowd, and then we won't have...
You have not been happy about that?
No, not at all. I mean, nobody should lose...
8 people were
nobody
killed
should lose...
for the 2020 elections. That matter has not been closed.
Yes.
As somebody who is deputy national organizer aiming for the organizer position, you're talking about security.
Yes.
People will be scared to queue to vote.
Why would they be scared?
8 people died.
Yes, and that is why...
Nothing has happened.
And that is why we need to assure those people going to vote that at least internally we have put in some measures in place to protect them. You see, there are a lot of police officers who are not policing for the state. They are policing for their political parties.
Really?
And that is where we have... Yes, because if you have a policeman go into a crowd to control some crowd, and you shoot direct into the crowd, instead of giving warning shots to scare the people away, then you have some motive, I should say. Because why would you do that? Nobody must lose their life because they want to vote for a particular party or a particular person to lead this country. And so as a political party, looking at what we've seen in 2020, going into 2024, we should put systems in place so that when we're going into such programs, at least we sit down with the police. I mean, we have a discussion. We outline the modus of operandi we want to operate with. And then when we all agree, we stick by that. And so if there is a police officer who has some other motive apart from the service with integrity, at least we will be able to know, identify that person, and then, you know, possibly hand the person over to the commander in charge for them to take that person away than leaving that person to, you know, do anything that will, you know, cause harm, or somebody will lose their life in the name of elections, or people will not come out because they feel that we are not protected or we are not safe.
The New Patriotic Party recently changed its leadership. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the new crop of leaders they have now. Are they fit for the task per where you say, what you see?
Well, my focus is to make sure that we put the party on its wheels, to make sure that whoever is their leader on the other side does not affect the positive agenda.
Do you see them as competition?
Well, I'm not looking at them actually, because I believe that there is something ahead of us that we, you know, Ghanaians are not looking at individuals to say that Chief Biney is the organizer. For that matter, if the system is bad, I'm still going to vote for Chief Biney. No, that is not what is happening in this country. So they can change their leaders, that's fine, it's part of their process. But our focus is that we need to rescue this country. Look, I mean, following the news this morning, we all know what is happening. And the only way we have all agreed to follow the democratic dispensation is to go into elections come 2024. And so, you know, we, as a political party, we have to make it more attractive, Johnny. The party in government, NDC, we all have our base, okay?
Right.
We have about 8-9% people who help us take that decision. Those 42 or 42% will go and work hard, put their votes in the ballot. These people who are not politicians, that 8 or 9%, who look at programs and policies and happenings in the country, will take a decision based on how attractive you are, or how convincing, or how they believe that this political party can do something better. As we speak, it's obvious that we are the alternative party to
But
help.
they say the alternative is weak, it's scary.
Well,
you've heard that before, right?
As a way of, you know, continuously throwing dust in the eyes of Ghanaians. They said a lot when the NDC was in office. 2016, you heard all that they said. They talked about corruption. But today, in our history, the government that you can find a person in charge of procurement who should make sure that corruption does not happen, he himself in that office, you know, getting companies or organizations, exactly. And that was exposed by Manasseh Azuri. There are a lot of things happening. They told us that, oh, you know, we are inflicting projects and that they are coming to make sure that they do things better. Today, where are even the project to show? There are no project. They've borrowed more than every government, yet we have nothing to show. And so it is clear that they are good talkers. They are not good. Maybe they might have a plan, but they cannot implement it.
Do you
better.
see a plan?
Maybe. I don't
Do
see
you
it,
see
but
a plan?
maybe
You don't see a plan.
they keep saying that they have a plan. And then they will come and tell us about, you know, making sure that they do free SHS and all that. But even free SHS, we came in. We said all sort of things. We call for review. They said all they will say. But today, their darling boys are calling for review. Okay, so like I'm saying, they might have a plan, but the implementation is not helping us as Ghanaians. And so we will have to make sure that we build a strong party. We will have to make sure that the NDC becomes more attractive. We will have to make sure that our systems are in place and we have a direction that we are going periodically to make sure that we rally people around into the 2024
You obviously are not
elections,
happy about the management of the economy, are you?
I'm not happy. I can't be happy.
Why are you not happy?
Today, you know, I'm a good friend to the business community. And today, look at what is happening in Accra. When it started in Kumasi, people thought that, oh, maybe, you know, some people are up to whatever. The president went to Kumasi and listened to him, listened to what he said. The man just told the people that I don't care, you know, if you want to vote for the NDC, you can go ahead and vote for the NDC. It's not my business. But this same man, Atrefe, when he said that, Somishe, he almost went on his knees to plead with the people. But today, look at what he's saying, and it's a true reflection of the fact that some people were of the view that the president, sometimes has an arrogant posture and does not listen to the people. They try to let it look like he's a listening president, but it's become obvious in Kumasi. Because if you should tell people complaining, you are the leader, and they are complaining about their roads, and you know the road network is bad, and you tell them that
more roads.
Where are the roads?
In the Ashanti region.
Where are the roads? Kwabre is part of Ghana. Kwabre is part of Ashanti region. And so if they are asking for their road, whatever you have done, even if you don't have a plan to start it, you must speak as a leader. You must speak as a president that people, they preached hope in 2016. Now the Akufo-Addo government has become hopeless. Nobody has any hope in the government.
The government would disagree with you. They want to break the aid. The president is talking about it.
That is the challenge we have as a country.
That's a challenge?
Yes, because you come and tell us that somebody is performing badly in 2016, and so they must vote for you to come and do something better. You come and you've taken the country on a reverse gear, and you are not thinking about, doing anything better for the people. All you are thinking about is that breaking the aid, taking over power and governing. So your interest is to be called a president and have the authority to govern. But your interest is not in the fact that there is a social contract. That social contract is what will call the people to elect you as a president. And if they are called upon and they elect you as a president, and you don't think about implementing those things for them to have a better life at least, and all you are thinking about is to hold on to power, then it gives an indication that there is something that you are doing that is beneficial to you and your people, not the people of this country.
Not the people of the country.
And it's sad. It is sad. I mean, we all have one Ghana. People believe that at a point in time, let's give the MPP a chance. And they give MPP a chance, and look at what is happening. It's bad. We all know. Today, we were told that the dollar, has been arrested. Today, I don't know whether the dollar is in prison, but it is, is having some mental issues there. So, I mean, it cannot stay in. It's upon the sky, moving up and down. Business people are crying. People are locking up. It's a national security threat, my brother. And it's something that I think we should all be worried. Even the president, I'm surprised. He should have called off his trip and come to Accra.
Your party promised to create 1 million jobs.
Yeah.
250 in 4 years. The government in power promised to create 1 million jobs in 3 years. NAPCO, we've seen other initiatives that the president.
And is it because this is my first time? That is why I'm hearing this from you. NAPCO? Are you talking about NAPCO?
Should I not talk about NAPCO?
Johnny, where is NAPCO? Those people working under NAPCO, they told you that their contract expired and some were moved.
Right.
They were crying
they were
all
giving
over.
skills.
Those people who are
And
working
they became employable.
have not been paid. They gave us a plan. You see, let's hold them accountable. They gave us a plan. They said, listen, we'll get these people, train them for a period, and then we'll move them into, permanent jobs in the future. What is happening? Do the youth have that hope in NAPCO? That is what we should ask ourselves. And if it's something that you are implementing to help, the youth get employment, by now, 100,000. When did they do the first 100,000? How many years now? Those 100,000, have they got permanent jobs? If they have gotten permanent jobs, are they being paid? Have we heard over the news that they are complaining that they are not being paid? Do you know that the late Sir John had to be cursed? You remember? And people had to go and curse him because they think that youth and afforestation, they are not being paid.
But there's YouStart now.
There's what?
YouStart.
And
Youth Bank.
How is it affecting the youth positively? Are you happy with what the youths are saying in terms of jobs? Can we say as a country that we are doing something positive and the youth, they think that, yes, YouStart is there and so they are going to benefit and others will benefit? Is that the case?
You're
That
not
is not the
impressed
case.
with the government.
Because the government is not performing. And the sad thing is that if you are not performing or if you are not meeting your target, sometimes the government didn't come by its own. It's the people of Ghana who elected them into office. And so if they have challenges, sometimes they ought to be truthful. But if you have the president telling you in your face that I don't care whether you vote for MPP or NDC, but when he was going for president, he said that me pamacho monso minche. I mean me pamacho Ghana for me de me pacho. Now he's president and he's telling you in your face that I don't care who you vote for. That is the kind of leadership we are looking for as a country.
What are your chances, Chief Biney? Your detractors and your opponents, they think that you are not fit for the job.
Well, some is their opinion. I will respect that. But those people who matter, who elect officers into the party, are the people I'm engaging. Those people have been following my works. They know what I have done and what I can do. And so normally I don't really pay attention to, because, I mean, there's elections, there's politics, it will come up. You have some people who sit in their room and cook certain agendas and all that is all welcome. But you keep your eyes on the ball, focus and make sure that you engage the people. You see, the structure is there. The system is there. It's not as if you are coming to create a new structure. You don't have that authority as an organizer solely to do that. But what is important is that the structure that we have, you let the people know your plans, that you want to strengthen them, support them, Johnny. When I talk about support, then we are looking at
structure,
the
security, support.
After security, we are looking at the support. Johnny, all these things that I have mentioned, in terms of building capacity for our wings, in terms of making sure that we have plans, we sit together and plan, i.e. the other department, we will have to need some support, especially building capacity. 275, considering South 276 constituencies across this country. And so we need to look for strategic partners who believe in the social democratic ideology.
Some people felt that you slept on the job. Not you, the whole party structure you're talking about, slept on the job in 2020 because they said it was going to be NDC who would win. That's the message you gave to the people. And then you lost.
As a matter of fact, we did some good work, but it was not enough. That is why we are where we are.
What went wrong?
Oh, you know, Johnny, these are things that we've sat as executives and we've taken some recognizance to that. We had some discussions, and those are not for television.
Public
I don't have to discuss those ones here. But
you admit that there were failings
of course. I mean, if everything was right, we wouldn't have been where we are. And so we had some challenges along the line. But what is important is that at least we have life and we have something ahead of us. And so as a political party, how do we put ourselves together? Everybody matters. And so I normally don't like taking individuals on. I appreciate what they do and I tell people what I can do better. And if I have the opportunity, I add on to achieve results. And when we have that results come 2024 and we take over, the system and form a government to make sure that we make Ghanaians better, everybody will see.
You are confident that you will help the NDC to win power in 2024?
Oh, of course. Very confident because, Who
is your preferred presidential candidate?
We have not gotten there,
But you, of course, you've seen the name.
I am vying to be the national organizer. If I become the national organizer, I'll be part of the decision-making body to run presidential and parliamentary primaries. And so if I sit on your show and say my preferred candidate is Johnny Hughes, then
I am not a presidential.
But you never know. Maybe tomorrow you can decide to run for MPP or NDC.
I beg you. You people have put me in too many clothes
Who
already.
knows?
So you cannot tell me now.
No.
What do you say to those
it's not the right time to discuss that.
And forgive me for this, but you're married to Ifiakutu.
Yeah.
They say, look, they can't trust you because you're married to an MPP stalwart.
I see.
And you have, as an organizer, all the details in the belly of your tummy. You run the party, literally, organizing everybody. They can't trust you. Well, Atubiga says fear but us.
Yeah, Atubiga said fear but us and said all manner of things and called for my head. I was part of the people who took the decision to suspend him because what he was doing was anti-party conduct. I am still the deputy organizer, so that doesn't hold. Johnny, you see, it's important that we note that business or work is different from family or home affairs. If you are worried that discussions, we'll go home. Then I wonder what kind of worry, because as we speak, we have done a lot of reorganization in this party, and today the party is that attractive that people are contesting. We've done branches, we are constituency, we are region, we are going to national. All this planning, I was part of them. If anybody could come up and say that indeed when we planned to do A, B, C, D, Chief Biney as a deputy organizer went home, discussed with the wife, and so the wife came out to say ABC,
right,
or somebody closer,
or
shared that information. I mean, somebody can come up and say that. You know, we've had people who belong to different political parties in the same family. What is important is that you believe in this ideology. You know that is freedom of association. Nobody will pay you or force you to join party A or party B. And so if you choose to join party A or B, it is for you to make sure that you believe in what the party is doing and stick by the rules of the game. After all, we all have integrity to protect.
That's right.
And so if you tell me that me, Chief Biney, I will want to always go and tell my wife that, please, can you tell the president that I need him to go and fix the roads in the Kumfi, where I can walk into the office of the president as a deputy organizer or a national organizer and tell the president that, oh, Mr. President, this is what you have to do for the people of Kumfi. I will always prefer doing that. And so for me,
rather than going through your wife.
So
essentially you're saying you're clean.
Oh, come on. Bro, I am very clean, and then, I am somebody that I am very firm, I am very strict. That is the only reason why I was bold enough to let the whole world know that I am a deputy organizer for the NDC, but my preferred partner is A, and A belongs to another party. It has nothing to do with what I'm doing. Right. It's like you're a managing director for an institution, and your wife is also working for another institution, and then you come home and you bring your business from the house and you come and share. Why? You have so many family issues to talk about. And so I think that shouldn't be a problem. Do you know the Ala Ajete? Have you heard of that family?
Right.
You know, there was a speaker of parliament. That's and the son was NDC.
That's right.
Have you heard of the Ramadans?
Yes.
We have Ahmed, who is our MP, very strong, fantastic. Working as an MP. The sister as the first lady. Are you telling me that what the MP wants is that always you go to the first lady and the first lady will not mind him? Are you saying that the MP whose brother is a NADMO director, Abu, when they have a program that will benefit him, he will go and tell him? Are you saying that John Jinapo, who is an MP, and the brother is also an MP in Parliament, when NDC decides on a direction for the fact that their family, they will go and discuss that and then expose that? No, they all have conscience, they have integrity to protect. And sometimes people say, oh, no, those people, those examples you are citing are family. But as for you, as man and woman, and then you're your wife. And so I look at them and I look at them and I say, oh, I see, you are not happy for me. If what you are thinking is something to go by, then you should be happy. You understand? But I ask people that, do you know that we have a former husband?
Right.
Somebody can be called as a former wife.
Ex-wife, ex-husband.
Related. Formerly, I was married to him, or this or that. Have you heard former brother before?
Chief, I wish you all the best.
Have you heard former sister before? And so it doesn't work that
I wish you all the best. You have 30 seconds.
That's
your camera. Talk to your delegate.
Johnny, thank you for this opportunity. Members from the NDC watching, what I'm telling you this morning is that Chief Biney, somebody you know what I can do for this party. All I am asking the delegates of the NDC is to elect me as the next national organizer for the NDC, just because I want to help make the party more attractive in terms of organization. If mobilization is what will give us all the votes we need, then the best person to help this department is Chief Hamilton Biney Nixon. Please watch out. I'll be visiting you in your constituencies, and the message will be shared. And I believe that you make the right choice.
Chief Hamilton Biney Nixon. Big man in the whole Ghana.
Big Johnny.
Buko Bako will say, in the whole Ghana. We'll see you after the break.